What's up guys, Gun here. In this video, I'm going to talk to you about hacking the DraftKings lobby so that it makes the contest you enter more profitable and the competition you face is inferior. Hey, all the time I'm getting questions on Twitter, on YouTube, in the Discords. Gun, if I was just gonna play $50 tonight, what do you recommend I enter? Or can you talk about contest selection? I always hear about contest selection and what's EV and rake and blah, 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 blah. Or sometimes I'll get the pessimist who's ready to give up. Gun, I'm just gonna quit every night. The same guys are winning my contest. They got 150 entries. I don't have the bankroll or the time to make 150 lineups. I've been there. I get it. I understand the frustration. I'm completely empathetic. But I'm here to tell you that maybe you're missing out on some really big things that DraftKings rolled out a long time ago for you to be able to enjoy your contest, be able to avoid those sharks that you see at the top of your contest every day, and enjoy life balling on a budget while you grind these DFS streets. If you're newer to daily fantasy sports, you might have missed out on the real weird period for DFS and kind of some of the turbulence and turmoil and some of the uncertainty. But there was a real wild period where DFS was fighting for its existence, and several states started discussing the topic of DFS. Is it gambling? Is it sports betting? Should it be regulated? During that period of time, a lot of changes were made, mostly for the better, for the DFS experience. And some of the changes were brought on by state regulatory guidelines, such as 500 entry max to 150 entry max in some of the big contests. And then at the same time, there was a lot of within discussion, and sites like DraftKings put out community guidelines to address some of the other stuff that was becoming controversial within the DFS community, such as lineup selling, collusion, stuff like that. DraftKings did pencil and release what they call a player first initiative, things that DraftKings committed themselves to doing to make the experience of the DFS game on their platform be more enjoyable and as fair as possible to the everyday player, no matter what your bankroll level is, but especially if your bankroll level was a couple of dollars, $10, $20, stuff like that. And what I'm finding is many of you guys are maybe not aware of this initiative, or maybe just don't understand how to use some of what they've rolled out to your maximum advantage. So in this video, I'm going to discuss two of the major points that they rolled out in the player initiative and explain how you should be using those 2 points to your advantage every day if you're trying to build a bankroll and you're just grinding $20, $30, $40 a day. This video should really help you. So here we have the full page of the Player First Initiative, and there's a lot of great things in here that you guys should absorb and take advantage of. And I'm not going to read the whole thing to you like a book, but I do want to focus on 2 of these paragraphs. I'm going to start with the second one here. This one is multi-entry limit and mini-max. All contests with an entry fee less than $5 are 20 entry maxes, with the exception of contests denoted as, quote, mini-max. The mini-max contest allows players to experience the excitement of entering up to 150 lineups in a single contest at low entry fees. So we'll pause, we'll talk about what that means, and it's pretty simple. You go to DraftKings.com, you set the parameters, we'll set it to $5, but essentially anything that's less than $5, unless it's the mini-max, you can only have up to 20 entries, and of course if it's single entry or something like that, you can only have 1. But the $4 4-point play today, you can only have a maximum of 20 entries because it's not denoted as a mini-max. As a matter of fact, I believe there's only 2 contests today that are live that are less than $4. that are denoted as the mini max, the $2 mini max and the 50-cent mini max. So everything else on the board here under $4 is a contest that, unless it's single entry or 3 entry max, you can only have up to 20 entries. So that means, let's say you want to chase a larger prize pool, in this case the 100K prize pool, 15K to first. Maybe the 100K to first contest spooks you because you only got enough for 2-3 entries, and you know some of the sharpest players in the world playing 150 lineups. It's just simple math. 150 lineups is likely to have a better result in terms of top score than 1, 2, or 3 lineups. So it's easy to be intimidated. Well, this is one of those ways to offset the intimidation. And hey, if I still want to row 3 or 4 lineups against the field, well, I feel a little bit better if this guy only has 20 lineups versus 150 lineups. So that's what that means. Now, let's talk about the enhanced contest eligibility. This is a big one, and this is perhaps the most important thing that they rolled out in the Player First Initiative that I really don't think enough people have absorbed, understood, and utilized. It reads, the highest volume DraftKings players across all sports are ineligible to enter contests if the entry fee is less than $3. We'll stop right there. That's pretty simple. So we go to the DraftKings contest lobby, we set the parameters to have a maximum of $2, and what this means is everything that we're seeing right here as a contest to enter is prohibiting those high dollar sharks that you see at the top of your contest every day. All those guys unable to enter these contests because they are identified as some of the largest volume players. This is your opportunity, no matter what the prize pool is, to enter DFS contests and not be against the best in the world, right? We go to the gym to play pickup basketball, don't really want to get dunked on by 5 of the best players in the world night in and night out. This is your opportunity. And this right here just alone is something I think a lot of people prevent themselves from taking advantage of for one reason or the other. And I think the main reason is they just don't understand that the level of competition is that much inferior in these entry stakes versus some of the bigger ones. Let's finish reading the contest eligibility. So the highest volume DraftKings players are also ineligible to enter contests when the entry fee is less than $5 if the prize pool is less than $25,000 guaranteed. So this is going to open a window a little bit. We just talked about every contest that's $2 or less. Now we're going to talk about the $3 and the $4 as well. So for instance, today on DraftKings, if we go to total prize pool, we'll sort it, we'll open up the parameters a little bit. The marquee contest under $5 is the 100K 4-point play, 15K to first. If you see in the total prize pools, and you can sort this, 100K prize pool, $4 entry, that means that those sharks can play this contest because the prize pool is 25,000 or greater. So you still get to enjoy the benefit of only having to face guys with 20 lineups. However, you're still going against pretty skilled players that are going to have pretty good batches of lineups. If you want to still have entries over $3 and $4 and not face those high skilled players, well, we're going to need to make this 100K to under 25K. But I do want to stress, since we're talking about it, a lot of people think that $25,000 threshold is for anything under $5, and that's not true based on the verbiage that they put out. The highest volume DraftKings players across all sports are ineligible to enter contests if the entry fee is less than $3. No matter if the prize pool's $1 million, if it's less than $3 based on their Player First Initiative, the sharks can't enter. And because of this, one of my favorite contests to recommend to the younger DFS player or those of you that are balling on a budget is stuff like this, the and one on DraftKings. It's $1 entry. You could throw $20 at it, manage 20 lineups, and you have an opportunity at a $40,000 prize pool, which is more than the 25K threshold at the medium micro stakes. A contest like this will help you cultivate your skill, help you become a better player, help you face inferior opponents. And while you're grinding this contest night to night, I want you to also be able to understand that you truly are facing easier opponents. And what I would recommend you do, if you're on desktop, there is a view live contest feature. So after lock tonight, when your contests are live, go back to the lobby, click view live contest, and go look at some of the ownerships in those higher dollar contests, right? The $15, and heck, even go look at the 2Ks, the 800, stuff like that, and see just how higher ownership is on the good plays versus the bad plays. And in essence, when you start looking at the difference in ownership, you'll find that here in the $1, even though we're all sitting on that 15, 16, 17, 18% rake sometimes, the rake kind of eats itself a little bit more at this level. So it's pretty easy. You want to avoid sharks? Play at the $2 or less level, or under $5 with a prize pool under 25K. I hope this helps you guys in your day-to-day operations as you start working on what contests you want to play every day on DraftKings. I appreciate your time. Hit that thumbs up for me. I love you guys. Good luck. God bless, and go win some money.